Okay, this is a very cheap way of how to fix sticking piano keys. Okay, you got a piano here, and the notes are supposed to play, the action of the notes is supposed to be something similar to this. There's your problem right there. That's a sticking key, okay? Now, we're from Pennsylvania, so usually every season, every change in season, I have to do this. Go in and fix these keys because they stick. So when you got a key that sticks like that, the reason it sticks is because of the felt. So first thing you got to do is you got to get your piano apart and make it so that the keys are accessible so you can remove them from the piano. You want to do it very gently because they are only pine or maple keys. Okay, so you do not want to break one of them because a new set of these is a couple $1,000s. So you want to remove the key. And as I said, the reason it sticks and doesn't recoil properly is if you look right here, and it's because of this felt right here. Okay, these felts, what happens is with the seasons, they swell up, they get moisture in them, and they swell up and they swell against these pins, which makes them not recoil properly. Okay, so there's a couple options you have here. One, you can call a piano tech, and it'll probably cost you a couple $100. He'll come out and basically do what I'm going to show you how to do right here, just with a nice fancy tool. Okay, you can buy felt iron off of Amazon.com. I think they're $250. Okay, or you can buy a felt pliers, which off Amazon or eBay as well is probably about $110. So what I'm going to do is you're going to need a 3/16" chainsaw file, which you can go to Lowe's and buy for $3.99, and a candle of your choice. We like Bean Pod. You can use Yankee candles if you want. It doesn't matter. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to heat up the end of this. Okay. If you look at this file really close, okay, you're going to see the cross section where you actually file metal. You're not going to use that. You're going to use the smooth tip of the file. Okay. You don't want to get in there, and you don't want to hit it with the file because it's going to tear the felt up, and that's not what you want to do. You want to iron the felt down. So you're going to need a file, 3/16" chainsaw file, candle of your choice, and a napkin. Okay, you're going to heat this up. Okay, you're going to rotate it on there. You don't want to get too hot. You don't want it red hot, and you don't want to burn the felt. Careful, bud. Okay. You want to heat it up. Now, when you're doing this, you're going to collect soot from the candle. Okay, that's why we have this trusty napkin here. So once we get it somewhat warm, hot, okay, you're going to take this. You're going to wipe the soot off, and you're going to be left with a pretty hot file tip. So what you're going to do is you're going to insert this file tip right in there where that pin goes. Okay, you're going to put it in. Don't force it too hard. You're going to have to put force on, and you're just going to let it sit in there for a little bit. You're going to iron that felt out. Okay, you're going to iron it out real good. What this does is going to remove the moisture, and it's going to push the felt back against the piece. Okay, it's going to iron the felt out. You saw how hard it was when I pushed it in initially. Now I can just slide it right in, okay? And that's going to fit that pin real good, and it's going to make the key not stick. All right. And you're going to turn it around. You're going to do the same thing over here. You got a top felt here in the center. Here you want to be really careful because this wood is very, very thin. If you push it in too hard and it won't fit, you're going to split the key. Okay. I'm not saying this is the perfect method to do it, but when you're like me and you don't feel like having a piano guy come out every 3 to 4 months, it works. So, okay, there we go. So we ironed them felts out good. Put the key back in very, very carefully, and then give it a shot. Perfect. Thank you.